Welcome to the Darlaina Rose Show. I am your humble host, Darlaina Rose. I'm so excited for you to be here. The Darlaina Rose Show is a show put together just for creatives, for artists, for entrepreneurs, for people who have taken their thoughts and made them into something amazing. So our guest today is no different. I keep saying all my friends are dope, and this next guest is super dope amazing as well. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
My destiny, prepared for what is sent to me. On the path, let it go, let it flow. If you know, then you know what you know. The Darlaina Rose Show.
It's a part of the Darlaina Rose Show because all my friends are super dope amazing. So Diamond, tell us about your business, your brand, how you became a sound healer.
I became a sound healer because I experienced it myself. So everything that I offer people is because I experienced it myself and it helped me through my life. I just want to share it with everybody. So my first experience with a sound bath was almost a decade ago, and I just went for like a midday meditation, didn't know what the contraption was. I was just young and ready. And
yes.
As soon as the facilitator started playing the bowls, I literally could feel the energy in my body shifting to the point that I started crying.
Wow.
And I remember while I was experiencing it, I was like, more people need to experience this.
Yes.
It was so beautiful.
Yes.
And I remember I left that class and I was like, I don't know how and I don't know when, but I will be playing those bowls for people. Like I just wanted to give that gift, to others, just because it uplifted me so much.
Well, you definitely are a rainbow butterfly type girl.
Yes.
Definitely rainbows and butterflies. Whenever you see Diamond, you know it's going to be some rainbows and butterflies all around. So that is absolutely what inspired you to do that. But I know you want to share it with people, but what's the goal for your business? Like, where do you want to take it?
So my goal is I want to help people live in a more creative space or creative state instead of a state of survival, which is where we're at currently.
Yes.
It's kind of go, and we're stressed consistently, and it's hard for us to manifest. It's hard for us to elevate and ascend that way if we're constantly vibrating at a low level. And I know that there's different modalities like sound therapy that immediately you experience it and you're like, your thoughts shut off. You're able to, sometimes people are snoring in my class. They go deep, and it's because they need that rest. They need that. They need that state of bliss and that state of peace in order to be. And so my goal is I want to be able to take all the things that I've learned that have helped me to balance out and to get through just chaos. And I want to share that with people so they can use that too and know that we're not here to just exist. We're here to live. So this is
butterflies.
Yeah.
Butterflies for sure. So that was my next question I was going to segue to. Tell us about sound healing, the modality itself.
So the modality itself, for what I use the crystal bowls. So they are tuned to all 7 chakras, or each bowl is for a chakra. And when I play them, it plays pure resonant energy. So what that does is we're all vibrational beings, we're energetic beings, right?
Yes.
And it's very natural for us to come in contact with animate and inanimate objects that kind of will change that frequency, change that vibration. You getting sound therapy or sound healing resets, rebalances that energy that we're all experiencing. So it's not like it's not bad if you're your energy is funky. It's just what it is, right? And it's just a tool to use to reset that. And the sound bowls are one way. There's so many different sound healing instruments that sound therapists are using all over the world that are ancient, that have been used by our ancestors that do that exact same thing.
So, for instance, so I know I've experienced the sound bath. You came 2 weeks ago for my Heal Thyself retreat here at the Healing House, and all I remember is hearing myself snore and wake up. That's what I remember. It was so good. So you didn't just have the bowls, you also had another instrument that was really beautiful. So can you tell us the other instruments?
I had, you make such a big deal about it, Darlaina.
It is a big deal.
I had my rain stick, which was gifted to me like 10 years ago, which is one of those instruments that I say is tribal, is ancient. It's been used way, way before me, which simulates the sound of rain. And then I call my fairy chimes.
Yes.
My fairy chimes that make these little cute, like, I wish I had it, but
yes.
it's like a cute heavenly, like
Yeah.
everything is going to be okay sound.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a bowl here, so you can kind of demonstrate and tell us what the bowl does, and you know.
So this is a throat chakra bowl. So this is dealing with, of course, your throat, your thyroid. Also, the actual law of vibration is associated with the throat. So that law of attraction that everybody be talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you simply, you don't want to rush. You don't want to like jump it. A lot of people want to just jump in. I always just kind of like tap it, let it speak to me, and then slowly take that mallet across. And I always just, I don't know, it's like dancing or like making love. You just gotta take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Sounds so amazing. So good. So good.
And of course, when it's played with the other bowls, you usually play it in association with maybe the root chakra or the crown, and creating a vibe. And the smaller or the bigger the bowl is, you are going to get a different type of resonance based off of the size of the bowl.
Thank you for that, girl. That feels so good. And so I know that you don't only do sound healing, you have other modalities. So tell us about the other amazing talents that you have.
So I am a yoga instructor. That was my first thing that I actually started doing yoga when I was 17. Just on some like, let me do something random because I was a weird child. I checked out a DVD from the library doing that's how I started doing yoga.
Amazing.
And I didn't actually pursue yoga as a practice until I started getting into meditation, because I couldn't sit for long periods of time in seated pose without like my back and my thighs, everything was hurting. And I was young, I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, see, I still can't do that. I'm looking at you in amazement, and I still can't.
It's
Only
the yoga.
One leg will do it, but not the other. There's always one that don't want to cooperate.
Yeah, it's the because trust me, I was having the same problem, but once I started doing the yoga, that helped, and it helped me be able to sit in meditation longer. Yeah. And a couple of years after that, I got really intrigued about the mind, and so I studied hypnotherapy, learning how beliefs and mind control and suggestions and all that kind of stuff works, because I don't know, that's me, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And then after I got my hypnotherapy certification, I got my meditation teacher certification as well. So anything to do with the mind, the body, the spirit, I'm the girl.
Listen, and we're connected all the way around.
Okay.
And so that brings me to the thought of meditation. You know, as people talk about prayer versus meditation, but you know what I've learned is that it should be both. Prayer is when you talk to God. Meditation is when God talks to you.
Yes,
so.
Girl. Yes, that is literally what when I went through my transition, it was like I was always praying, and then I was just like, oh, I'm not listening.
Yes. And even, you know, every spiritual book, the Bible says that we should pray and meditate on the word.
Yes.
So meditation is a thing. So tell us about how a person, if they're interested in meditating, how can they start?
With grace. can't. A lot of people go into it like, oh, I can't shut my mind off, and you know they're hard on themselves, not realizing that we have a certain amount of years where we've been bombarded with so much outside stimuli. So of course, when you first sit down, it's not going to be easy to quiet everything. Yeah. But I think, you know, if you just show yourself some grace and don't have any expectations or limitations on what your meditation practice should be, like, oh, I got to do it for this while, or I got to feel this way. Close your eyes and always just remember that you're listening to God. You're listening to the Spirit. Yeah. And that's the simplest way to start. Of course, there's other things to help you do that. Yeah. But if that's your you keep that as your number one. Oh, grace. You'll be all right. You'll be
grace.
Fine.
That's all we need is grace. Now, hypnotherapy, very interesting. I don't know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So hypnotherapy is basically connected to the brain waves. We all go into different brain waves at different times of the day, and it is a modality that uses those brain waves to help you reprogram your brain. Okay. Now, most people don't know is when you sit down in front of the TV, you automatically go into an alpha brainwave, which is a relaxed state, right? If you're speaking or very active, you're in beta. And just when you're going to sleep, you go into delta, which is going to be a brainwave where your body is in high, it's working very hard to do all these things that you're not conscious that it's doing, right? But when you're in theta brainwave, which is a brainwave that you're in when you're put under hypnosis, is a very receptive brainwave where you can learn anything instantaneously, but you also can remove limiting beliefs. So it is very hard for some people to understand, but our whole world is made up on different things that kind of control our mind, and you know, and I know you know about it.
Yes.
Because of emotional coding.
Yes.
So for me, hypnotherapy, that's another story of how I actually got into it, but I was intrigued with the things that control our mind, and I didn't want my mind controlled. Yes. That's really what it was me trying to be controlling. Y'all. Yes. I need to be always aware of outside stimuli and knowing what is of me and what is not of me, right? And we can be hypnotized by music, by TV, by billboards, by anything, you know. So it's good to know, and it's beautiful to help with your clients who may have addiction problems or things that they dealt with from their childhood, or you know, maybe different relationships that they were in, you know, just holding them back. So, but no.
That's very interesting when you say removal of limiting beliefs. That is the thing that stops most people from doing everything.
I know it's what's been stopping me.
Because people, they'll say, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too thin, I'm too this, I'm too that. And if you can help a person get to that space in their mind where that exists and remove it, oh honey, you hired. You hired right now. You hired right now. So if a person is considering hypnotherapy, what would you tell them?
I mean, as long as they consciously want hypnotherapy and believe that it'll work, it's gonna work. Because there's been some people that are like, I don't know, I don't really want to stop drinking, you know. And it's like, okay, but somebody's forcing forcing them to do it. It's not them. And I know it is so important that even if you are going to go work with someone that is going to work with your mind, you have to be at a point where you're like, no more. I don't want to be that person. I'm willing to do whatever I need to do in order to take that next step. And I feel like that alone, when you have that kind of drive and you go seek a hypnotherapist out, it will work. Like I've seen it work. I worked under a doctor, worked with different things that would blow your mind, and it was amazing. So
wow. Well, you're amazing.
Thanks, girl. You amazing too. You know how to
So I'm excited because you have partnered with the Healing House, and you will be facilitating full moon sound baths and next conversation that we'll talk about is seeing clients here for hypnotherapy, sound baths, and all of your other super dope, amazing talents that you have. I'm so grateful for you being here. Thank you so much. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to share?
No, I think you covered everything.
Okay, so then tell people how they can find you.
You can find me on IG, Instagram, The Real Diamond King, or go to my website, therealdiamondking.org. I'm on YouTube also as The Real Diamond King and Vibes. And yeah, I'm on TikTok too, but I'll be doing random sound bowl stuff, yoga stuff on TikTok. It's just fun. So at The Real Diamond King. So as long as you put The Real Diamond King in, I'll pop up. All them other Diamond Kings won't pop up.
Because you're the real one.
I'm the real one.
You're the real one.
I'm the real.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. We so appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, for real.
Oh my goodness, amazing, amazing, amazing. And you know, the great thing about this connection is it's so freaking new. It's new.
I know. It's
Like,
I feel like we've known each other forever.
forever.
We
Yeah, like 15 minutes, like literally like 2 weeks, like 3 weeks or something like that.
We haven't even
Diamond
done
likes
yet.
to eat, so she comes over to eat a lot. So,
And she could cook, so I'll be here.
Yeah, that part.
The food be so good.
Yes, well, you know, there's food here for you.
Okay.
So grateful and thankful for each of you who are watching. So we thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back. Good morning. I hope that all is well. I know that all of you brushed your teeth this morning, and I got a memory today in my inbox about how to make homemade toothpaste, and I thought that was great. But then I said, okay, homemade toothpaste. Why are they making homemade toothpaste? What's in toothpaste? So I go and I look at what's in toothpaste, and OMG. Don't brush your teeth with that stuff. I have right now a short executive summary of what's in toothpaste, and between the carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, allergens, irritants, all these things are in our toothpaste. And the laws that the government put in place to protect us from the things that's in our toothpaste are outdated, obsolete, and toothless regulations that don't protect us. And what I also read was that what's in the toothpaste is absorbed into the bloodstream through your mouth because of the mucosa that's in there. So 90% of the germs and bad chemicals that's in the toothpaste are going in your mouth and into your bloodstream. Oh my God. And don't by accident swallow it. If you swallow it, you have got to get the poison control, because you can't swallow the toothpaste. And the TV commercials that go after kids because they got all these dyes and all this other stuff, don't let your kids brush their teeth with that stuff. I'm going to post some homemade ways that you can make toothpaste. I'm going to post a listing of the toothpastes that you can buy that are organic and good for you. Do you know Tom's is not really organic? Do you know Tom's has bad stuff in it? Oh my goodness, this listing that I'm looking at is really just messing my life up right now, because we think that the FDA and all these other places are making sure that the things that are in the toothpaste are good for us. And they're not. They're not looking out for us. According to this research study that I'm reading right now, they do not. They said the U.S. lags behind many other countries in cosmetic safety, allowing the use of hazardous chemicals banned in Canada, Japan, and Europe. That's crazy. Oh my God. Listen, I'm going to post this. I just wanted to say this really quickly. You know, don't brush your teeth with these toothpaste that's out here. You know, just because it say natural doesn't mean it is natural.
Oh my goodness. The American Dental Association, it says, is heavily subsidized by the cosmetic industry, creating a conflict of interest. So the seal doesn't guarantee that the toothpaste is safe. So it says they drive to maximize profit margins, focusing on investments in advertising and packaging rather than safe and high quality ingredients. Oh my goodness, the toothpaste ingredients labels are sometimes unintelligible with difficult to pronounce ingredients that only a cosmetic chemist can decipher or understand. I'm just flat out outdone with what it is I'm reading this report. I'm going to put the link to the report too so that you can read it. The report is 32 pages, but it also has an executive summary one, which is about 6 pages long. But it just talks about all of this stuff that's in the toothpaste. And all I wanted to do this morning was share a way to make your own. Now I see why we have to make our own toothpaste, because of what's in it. It phosphates. The stuff that makes it lather up is not even necessary. Your toothpaste doesn't have to lather. Sodium laurate sulfate. It's a detergent that creates a foaming action. My goodness. It says some toothpaste contain ingredients such as potassium nitrate and strontium chloride to help reduce tooth sensitivity. These words are so long. But the bottom line is no good. It's artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, all kinds of pigments, colorants, FD and C, blue 1, red 40, red 33. The list goes on and on. This orange block is the list. It is amazing. Not only is there health hazards, but they are environmental hazards. It says the food dyes are made from petrochemicals and are not pure compounds that may contain upwards of 10% of impurities, either from initial manufacturing chemicals or byproducts of the manufacturing process. In addition to a slew of synthetic contaminants, they also contain heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and arsenic. The 3 most widely used dyes, red number 40, yellow 5, and yellow 6, are contaminated with known carcinogens. And then you wonder why in the world people are getting cancer. Can you believe that some of the stuff that's in the toothpaste causes cancer, and the toothpaste is being absorbed into your bloodstream through your mouth? I'm just so outdone with what's in our toothpaste. And I'm going to continue to read this report and share the link to it too. It says young children frequently swallow more fluoride from toothpaste alone than the maximum daily intake from all sources combined, drinking water and oral products. And there's formaldehyde in it. These kids are getting such high dosages of these bad chemicals because they swallow it. They swallow it. Half the time you don't even know your kid is swallowing, whether they have a stomach ache or they break out or something, and you don't even know. It's the toothpaste. So I'm gonna read the rest of this report, and I'm going to post the link to it so that you can read it yourself. There's some quick ways where you can make your own toothpaste. I pulled some of the stuff out so you can see. I have some regular old baking soda, coconut oil, and I have some, let's see, can I get it open? Some essential oils too. So you can put your own peppermint or lemon flavor or whatever. With those 3 ingredients, you can add some stevia to it to make it taste good. But on this report, there's also chocolate toothpaste made with cacao powder, and you can use xylitol as a sweetener as well. But all this other stuff is so unnecessary. So make your own toothpaste. Don't don't even put that stuff in your mouth. What they are marketing that's not being regulated at all. They are allowed to just do whatever they want to do, and it's just way too much. And I'll send you the link to the listing of the toothpaste that are really organic and really have good ingredients if you don't want to make it yourself. But these other ones, these Colgates and all those ones with all that stuff, I mean, turn your toothpaste over and it says it on the label. If ingested, called poison control. But you're supposed to brush your teeth with that. Like, that is just not even cool. Like that. I can't wait to share this report with you because I'm just outdone today. All I wanted to do was talk about, making your own toothpaste and something that would be fun. But now I see the reason why you need to make your own toothpaste because of all of the stuff. I mean, endocrine disruptors, allergens, irritants, and carcinogens, and because of the mucosa in your mouth goes into your bloodstream. 90% of the stuff is going into your bloodstream because it's terrible. So I'm going to share the report. I'm going to share the link to the report. I'm going to, I don't know, Felicia, I will post the listing to see if that one is listed on there. But a lot of the ones that I thought were really good are not good at all. And some of them are made by the same companies. Colgate and all of them are making these so-called quote-unquote natural toothpaste, but they're not natural at all. So this report that I found not only has the good brands versus the ones that are not good, but it tells you how organic they really are, and if they have anything in it that's not good for you. I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized that Tom's is on the bad list because I thought that was a good one, and the fact that the ones that they're giving to the kids and marketing to the kids are really bad, and that the kids are getting these high dosages of these chemicals because they're so little. The ratio of their body mass versus the amount of chemicals that they're getting, you don't even know. Oh my God. Listen, we can consult with the people at the health specialists, dental schools, and all of that. But at the end of the day, a lot of them are being taught by the Dental Association, which is funded by the cosmetic industry. So you're not going to get 100% answer. So you got to do your own research, do your own due diligence, because these folks are not doing what they're supposed to do to protect us, the human race, the people who's paying for these things. We don't even know what it is that we're getting. I guess after this, I can recommend, I just watched a documentary a week or so ago called The Human Experiment. And it talks about all of these chemical compounds that we have in our house that's never been tested. So with that, I'm going to post a link to this report that I found with the listing of the toothpaste and all of that. And all I can say is get the better one off the list. Whatever you have in your house, if it has any of that, don't use none of that crap no more. Like today was the last day if you used it this morning. And use those 3-4 ingredients that I told you. Let me say, I'll tell you what it is. 6 tablespoons of coconut oil, 6 tablespoons of baking soda, 25 drops of essential oil, and 1 teaspoon of stevia. So not Truvia, stevia, the real extract from the real plant. Put those 4 things together and you have your own toothpaste that's good for you, as opposed to what this stuff is. And I'm not selling toothpaste. I'm not selling anything. I'm just sharing what I found out because I'm traumatized that Tom's, my favorite toothpaste, was not on the list of all natural and good for you. So I'm going to share those links. Have a good afternoon. Once I read this whole 32-page report, I'm definitely going to come back and talk about it a little bit more. But for now, you got that information. Have a good afternoon, y'all. Bye.
The Darlaina Rose Show.